three different topics of the chapter. Number one, we'll be doing on population distribution of the USA. Then we'll go to economic activities of the people in USA, and in the last we'll be doing with the agricultural belts of USA. So before we start with the topic population distribution of the USA, when USA was formed with 13 states during 1776, the total population of this country was only 3 million. But gradually, as census took place, by 2007, it reached to 302 million. And in recent 2011, it has been found that the population has risen to 313 million. So as we study, it shows that there is decline in the population growth of USA. And the reasons behind is that, number one, decline in the natural growth, that is the birth rate, and the death rate is influencing. Then number two is the migration, which has declined, means less migration has been taken place, which used to be there in the past times from the different European countries and Asian countries. But now migration has declined, and these are the two reasons why the population growth has declined in USA. And about the people over here, 85% of the people are Christians, and the remaining 15% are Jews, Muslims, Hindus, blacks, and etc. And their original aborigines people. Okay. Now, when we see this map is from your textbook. You can open your textbook and you'll see in figure 4.03. Okay, 4.03. So this map of USA, it shows the population density in the country USA. So when we read this map, we see that there is some dots over here. This dots represents the population density of different regions in the country USA. So when we read this, we find that the dots are more towards the eastern side of the country, and that is towards the Appalachian Highlands and between Atlantic Ocean, that is in the Atlantic coast. So these two places, the Appalachian Highlands and the Atlantic seaboard, this region is highly populated. Okay. Then when we move towards the central plains over here, we see less scattered dots. This represents that there are less density of population. Okay. When we move to the west, again there is very less, but towards the Pacific coast, okay, towards the west, that is the Pacific coast, here we see some dense dots. So this is the region, that is the California region. There again there is thickly populated. Okay, this is because of natural condition, because this place enjoys Mediterranean type of climate, and thus agriculture is possible. Then comes the transport and communication system. Okay, it's near the coast, and industries have developed because of agricultural development. So that's why this place is thickly populated. As we go further to the north, here again we see very less. So here in this Appalachian Highlands, there are some places like Massachusetts, New Jersey, Rhode Island. Here the density of population is 300 persons per square kilometer. and in the capital itself of USA, that is in Washington DC, the population density is like 3,600 persons per square kilometer. Okay, and New York is also over here. The first populous city in USA, that is, it has 22 million people over here. Okay, it comes first. Then the second in Los Angeles, the second populous city, it is in California region. Here it is the second largest city and it has 18 million population. Okay, then when we move to the central plain, this area, this has less than 15 persons per square kilometer, and in the Cordillera region also very less, 15 persons per square kilometer. Now in Cordillera, due to mineral resources and development of some industries, people have started to live over here, but these places are not suitable for people to live because of rugged terrain and scanty rainfall. It is a rain shadow area. All the rain falls in the western Pacific coast. Okay, and the central plain becomes a rain shadow area. It gets scanty rainfall. So that's why agriculture also becomes impossible, animal rearing also, so that this place is less populated. Okay, now when we move to this region, what was this region? I told you in the last video, these are the 5 Great Lake region, isn't it? So in this region we find in the southeastern part of Michigan state. Here it accounts only 1/4 of country's total area, but it has been inhabited by 2/3 of the total population of the nation. That is 85 persons per square kilometer. The density of population is in Michigan. Okay, that is why is it so? Because of the Great Lake region surrounded here. Okay, cultivation is possible, industries can be established, so this place becomes again a densely populated region. Okay, now when we talk about the population of any region, population growth is influenced in many different ways. There are different factors which influences the growth of population. Number one, we already know that that is natural growth. Number two is migration. Okay, number three is natural conditions. And another one, the main aspect according to this country is the aspect of rural and urban ratio. Okay, so in this country, the ratio of urban population is higher than the ratio of the rural population, because 3/4 of the population of this country USA is involved in industries because of industrial development. Okay, though lands are there, it's a very vast area, agriculture can be done. Okay, but people are mainly involved in industries. So industries have been developed. Okay, this region, Michigan and all, it's also known as Detroit region. Automobile and all industries are over here. So that is one another reason why there is a difference between urban and rural population.
Stay home, stay safe.